It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Timberwolves out in Minneapolis. Well, for Minnesota, it's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits. And
with the ability to pass, and the guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, Waiters and Winslow are the wings. Whiteside is out there with Mickey, and it's Dragic in at the one spot. Jones kicks to Gibson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gibson's got his first bucket in this one.
Taj Gibson's postgame continues to improve, that time showing a nice touch.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Good work, David. Thank you. It sounds like defense is going to be the key for him today.
And it usually is. They try to use their D to make life miserable for every opponent they play.
And sometimes it's not just about one player. For them, it's about a complete defensive effort. In the paint, on the perimeter, in transition, they've got to be all over the place.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true. And here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Dragic against Jones. Dragic kicks to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
The defense seemed to be swirling and guessing about where the attack was coming from, inside, outside, and in transition.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
High arcing shot, and it's Winslow that time on the assist from Dragic.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Gibson kicks to Zhang, and stolen by Whiteside. Dragic against Jones. They set the pick. Dragic the pass to Waiters. From 11 feet away, And he knocks down the jumper.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jones dishes to Gibson. To the middle. Here's Jang. And finished off by Jang.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Rebound by Jang. Timberwolves leading by 4. Gibson passes to Wiggins. Stolen by Winslow. Waiters against Butler. Waiters gets a wide open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Waiters got his second bucket of the night.
Interesting thing about Waiters, no matter how many All-Stars he's playing with, he still feels like he can be the best scorer on the court at times.
And there it is for him. 6 points for Taj Gibson.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Brent, one of the tougher things a franchise can go through is transitioning from one era to the next.
Well, the Heat have done a pretty good job, especially with how much incredible attention surrounded the big three that was formed down in Miami behind LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and their franchise player in Dwayne Wade. So most teams blow it up, and it takes 7 or 8 years to get back to any kind of prominence. But with Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley in the fold, the Heat have remained competitive and have some young players to build around.
And Waiters, here we go.
Well, he is an offensive threat, and Waiters can draw a ton of shooting fouls when he's aggressive.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the night right here. No good at the stripe this time. Second, this is also. Brett, last season you can think of several huge plays and big shots for Dion Waiters. He had a handful of game winners for his team, and one thing Waiters has is the confidence to take that last shot with the game on the line.
Well, I remember the quote from Waiters where he said, "I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because if you go 0 for 9, that means you stop shooting." I guarantee you any coach he plays for would have him stop at 0 for 9. But the confidence is there always for Dion Waiters.
Outside Butler from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You have to respect that perimeter shot of Butler. He continues to improve from there year after year.
Waiters outside. Winslow dishes to Waiters. Baseline J on the way. He gets that one. Waiters got his third basket of the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Dragic against Jones. Left side Butler. The dish to Jang. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And this is why depth is so important. You know, next man up, and it's pretty much the philosophy for every good team in our league.
You're going to have injuries. You're going to have nights where there's foul troubles or the starters just struggle. So you need a strong bench to remain consistent in this league.
Kicks to Gibson.
Keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Back to Waiters. He dishes it to Dragic. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Yes, that goes in.
Well, once the ball gets to Whiteside that close to the basket, he knows what to do with it.
To the middle. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Mickey passes to Dragic. Again, Dragic missing.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Screen by Jones. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. top, Jang. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And to look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Miami.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Miami comes in for Jang, and it's Brooks in for Tyus Jones. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Miami.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
Yeah, it was very poor, their performance on the glass. And it wasn't the only reason they got blown out as badly as they did, but it was the biggest reason.
Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating, that it's that much advanced over the defense.
Yeah, because think about it, Kevin. For years and years, you've had coaching staffs and film guys talking to you about the basic qualities of a defense, and that is rim runs for the big, getting back into the paint, and building your defense out. You do that today, you're at a disadvantage on most every possession.
Ellington dishes to Olynyk, and the pass to Johnson. The shot comes out. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Crawford. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Brooks against Johnson. Brooks kicks to Bielitz. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Winslow. Last game out, he had 14. A shot by Ellington, no good.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Brooks kicks to Crawford. Winslow against Muhammad. Passes it to Mahimi. Crawford, no one around him. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Heat trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. Olynyk in the corner. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
There's Crawford with the three. And another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. To the inside. Ellington. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Ellington's got his first bucket of the night.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Mahimi's shot is good.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. Dishes it to Olynyk. Now here's Ellington, guarded by Crawford. The three from Johnson. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The Heat trail by 14. Ellington from outside. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. It's offline from half court. And the Heat shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Ellington with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Screened by Olynyk. Johnson wide open. He fires. And so it's Minnesota sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
Hamid is out there with Bielitsa. Then there's Ian Mahimi. Then it's Brooks, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Johnson, and the rejection by Mahimi. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And Miami has possession. It's a 14-point game. Now Brooks looking for his first basket still in this one. Mahimi against Olynyk. Mahimi passes to Muhammad. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. And here is Ellington. He feeds it to Johnson. Clock at 6. Winslow kicks to Olynyk. Three-pointer Ellington. Miami no good on that time either.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Olynyk against Mahimi. He's off from 17 feet. The Heat trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the basket by Olynyk.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
Here is Brooks. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Kicks it out to Crawford. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Crawford's got 9.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Jamal Crawford, a guy who has won multiple Sixth Man of the Year awards, and a guy that comes off the bench and provides you with some instant offense, ready to shoot and certainly ready to shake a defender with those incredible handles.
Really left alone that time. He has 5.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Pass to Mahimi. Kicks it out to Crawford. Shoots over Ellington. Crawford missing again. And for Crawford, it's a luxury to bring him off the bench.
Well, Jamal Crawford is not a high percentage shooter, but with that volume shooting, you know he has the opportunity to impact the game, coming in and scoring and getting buckets. There are a lot of people who really enjoy watching Jamal Crawford come in, putting the ball on a string and making scoring sometimes look easy.
It's Brooks on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Bielitsa. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And the Heat call time here. And Brent, so often we talk about star power in the NBA. Who are some of the guys flying under the radar that could soon become that star power, that household name?
I think Indiana has an opportunity to hold on to a good one in Miles Turner, a center that just spent 1 year in college, has shown some signs of rapid improvement, and being in Indiana as a 5-man that can step out, shoot the mid-range jump shot, finish at the rim, handle the basketball. He is definitely a guy I have my eye on as taking the next step and being a star in this league.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jordan Mickey comes in for Winslow. Waiters, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Out to the right wing. Whiteside against Jang. 13 feet away. Whiteside, no good.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Whiteside against Jang. Here's Gibson. Miami grabs the miss. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Dragic gets the bucket.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the 3-ball.
Now here's Jones. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Butler dishes to Jones. Wiggins, right side. Back to Jones. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Timberwolves, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Johnson, right side. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Dragic can be a great playmaker, and I love how he slings the ball around that time to an open teammate.
Jones, the pass to Wiggins. Butler on the wing. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Shot from the wing. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dragic against Jones. Mickey can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Commend the physical play of Taj Gibson. He brings that every night. When he's shooting, he's skilled at drawing contact.
And both free throws good from Gibson. Well, Eric Spoelstra known for being a player's coach, but he also isn't afraid to dish out some tough love. With this team in a rebuilding phase, he's had to do that a lot.
Well, I think what he's trying to do is just get the most out of every player on the team, and he lets them know, I'm going to put you in positions, guys, to maximize your potential. Sometimes that can come from tough love, but most of the time it's because they want greatness. That's what the Miami Heat organization is all about.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Dragic kicks to Waiters. They double him with Butler. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Whiteside, a screen on Butler. Sinks the three-pointer. And 11 points for Dion Waiters.
And because he likes to handle the ball, Waiters is dynamite in the pick and roll.
Feeds to Jang. There's the dish to Jones. Missed inside.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Johnson with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Mickey.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Jang dishes to Butler. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
When Taj Gibson can get things going down here, we've seen teams just keep feeding the big man.
The Heat trail by 7. Dragic with it. He's got 7. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Here's Dragic from outside. And the Heat, another 3.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Down low. Here's Jang. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Jang's got 4 points this quarter.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
And Gibson over to help. Butler with the steal. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And I'm just loving how Butler looks for his teammates. If you're open, he'll find you.
The Heat trail by 8. The feed now to Dragic. Right side a screen. And stolen by Jang. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball. Mickey grabs the board.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Waiters for 3. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, he wants to score. If someone cuts off Waiters' drive, he has that pull-up jumper to add to.
Kicks it out to Jones. The pass to Butler. To the paint. Jang dishes to Butler. Passes to Gibson. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Jang.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
And Jones over to help. It's stolen by Jones. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Gibson. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And both free throws good from Gibson. So, Brent, you averaged 21 points a game your senior year in college. What adjustments did you have to make to really score at the NBA level?
Well, I didn't have to ask for the ball much in college. By my first year in the pros, Kevin, I had to do that. I said, I'm open over here.
Right.
Really, it was just a matter of being comfortable within the system. And then there's always that proving ground, Kevin. The first 6 months as a rookie or a first-year player that's getting ample time, you just want to prove that you're capable of handling your business in the league, and that all happened for me in my rookie year with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Back to Jang. Kicks it to Butler. On deep. That doesn't go either for Butler.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second. That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
And they pick up 2. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Dragic with it. Butler covering. Whiteside, the pass to Waiters. And it's Waiters again missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wiggins kicks to Butler. .107 left in the first half of basketball. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mickey kicks to Waiters. Takes a shot at the elbow. Jump shot is good that time. Waiters got 16 points.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Jang dishes to Butler. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Mahinmi's checked in for Taj Gibson. Heat also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dragic against Jones. Here's Waiters. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And that's 18 points for Dion Waiters.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Oh, he's going to get hit with his second flagrant foul of the day, and that's the limit. He's out of the game and on his way to the locker room.
I can't believe he wouldn't exercise more control. I mean, knowing he already had one flagrant foul, you can't be that reckless when you're on thin ice like he was.
Greg, after his first flagrant, you knew the officials were going to have their eyes on him the rest of the way, and now he'll be making the lonely walk, the walk of shame, back to the locker room. And Jang drops them both.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Crawford outside. He kicks it to Jang. Back to Crawford. Shoots over Ellington. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Jang. And that's now 11 points for Crawford.
I like how focused Jamal is out there. Nothing bothering him, rising up to shoot and scoring again.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity, and we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Spose, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break with
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
The first half went really well for Taj Gibson. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. One guy who's getting it done is Taj Gibson.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mickey out there with Olynyk, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. Yep, it counts. Gibson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Timberwolves.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Jang.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, This is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Taj Gibson again. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Outside Dragic. From 11 feet away. Minnesota with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Zhang kicks to Jones. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jones has got his first 2 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jones against Dragic. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Tyus Jones. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. 3rd in assists, and he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. The Heat trail by 17. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. He dishes it to Dragic. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Dragic has got 12.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
Watching the way Dragic can slice through a defense, it's easy to see why he is one of the better playmakers in the league.
Well, Kevin, over the past 2 seasons, almost averaging 6 assists a ball game. And you think about who it is that he's been surrounded by. There's not a ton of shooting out there. So if the roster picks up a couple of other dead-eye shooters, those assist numbers are going to go up for Dragic.
Jones kicks to Butler. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 15. On the wing, Winslow. The 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, Winslow makes that shot, and it makes his team that much more dangerous.
And that one's good by Butler.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. The 3rd spot, Taj Gibson. 4th, Gorgie Jang.
You can't say enough about these 2 guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
There's a good screen. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Pass to Mickey. With some arc, it's good.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Minnesota leading by 13. Outside Gibson. Dishes to Zhang. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Zhang's got 18 points.
Yeah, he is sneaky at the rim. Lays it in against heavy pressure.
Olenek the pass to Dragic. And the rejection by Zhang. And he recovers it. Here's Mickey. Zhang defending. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 6 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's good for 2. He has 6.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And finished off by Zhang.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Heat trail by 14. Dragic dishes to Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Waiters. Softly drops in the floater. Waiters got 20.
Well, Waiters and confidence, they go together pretty well.
Wiggins kicks to Zhang and finished off by Zhang.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Waiters with the ball. Butler covering. And Gibson over to help. And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. And again, Miami with the triple.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
Kicks it out to Gibson. Back to Zhang. And finished off by Zhang.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Dragic against Jones. Tries to save it. And Jones over to help. Now Butler. 8 points for him. And Zhang kicks to Gibson. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Zhang. Lays it up off the glass. Zhang's got 10 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Timeout called the Heat.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
Some changes for Minnesota. Miami's checked in for Zhang. Bielitsa comes in for Taj Gibson. And Brooks subbed in for Jones. And then for Miami, Johnson comes in for Jordan Mickey. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Dion Waiters. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Johnson outside. Heat moving the ball around. Olynyk sets a screen for Dragic. No good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Brooks kicks to Bielitsa. Outside Butler. Over Johnson. And it's Butler missing. The Heat trail by 15. Winslow the pass to Dragic. The 3 from Johnson. Rebound Minnesota. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Butler. He's got 8. Here is Mahinmi. The kick outside to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Bielitsa. Shoots over Winslow. Bielitsa misses. Heat have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Johnson with it. Butler covering. Feeds it to Johnson. Winslow dishes to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Johnson outside. Tries to snap the cold streak. Brooks grabs the board.
trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Winslow kicks to Dragic. There's the screen. Olynyk has the open look. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. And that's 12 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Mahimi passes to Bielitsa. Mahimi, rebound by the Heat. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. They need to avoid that.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
Here's Butler, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Miami also making a switch. Ellington's checked in. Johnson dishes to Olynyk. Back to Johnson. And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. They set the screen. Now here's Ellington. He has 5. The tray. And again, Miami with the triple.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Mahimi. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson, the pass to Ellington. He feeds it to Olynyk. Poked away. And here they come. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Johnson dishes to Olynyk. The feed to Winslow. Back to Olynyk. Ellington kicks to Olynyk. The pass to Johnson. Clock at 4. This one for 3. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench, who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for the Timberwolves. There's the dish to Ellington. From outside the arc, count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Johnson.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And Greg with Johnson, it's that burst he plays with on the floor that makes him such an energizer.
Yeah, and for a player who isn't the biggest guard, you know, he attacks with reckless abandon. Great speed of play in the half court as well as transition, and he's really slippery and can step in if you overcommit.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
The Heat trail by 13. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Ellington. Back to Johnson. Winslow with it. He's got 7. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. Here's Winslow. Rebound by Bielitsa.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Brooks. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Brooks. The half-court bomb falls off target. Teardrop shot. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense right up on him, and Tyler Johnson just stays focused to sink that one.
Here's Muhammad. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, good awareness there to beat the clock. Now they have a break in the action to discuss some other things.
And so it's Minnesota, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
We have got to get shots. Trust each other right now. Let's get shots, okay? Got some good looks. We cannot afford to turn the ball over.
An emphasis on offensive efficiency there by Eric Spoelstra, trying to keep his guys fully engaged.
Yeah, and patience with the ball is key. Don't force anything. Work together. Take what the defense gives you.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Brooks is out there with Crawford. Then it's Gorgie Day. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Muhammad in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. 3 on the clock. Raiders for 3. And no good that time. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Pass to Jang. Back to Muhammad. Jacks up a 3. And it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
And Waiters kicks to Mickey. Waiters outside. He dishes it to Johnson. Pass to Mickey. Waiters for 3. And it's Waiters again missing. Timberwolves leading by 15. Now Brooks. Muhammad on the wing. Mahinmi with it. Working on Mickey. Mahinmi kicks to Crawford. Shoots over Ellington. Waiters grabs the miss.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
And that one, good. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Muhammad. He kicks it to Mahinmi. Feeds it to Jang. Good on the shot. Jang's got 28 points for the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Johnson kicks to Ellington. The 3. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Now here's Ellington, guarded by Crawford. Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Waiters. He feeds it to Johnson. Shoots from the elbow. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Minnesota calls timeout.
So I do daydream, I'm a city lane, and I deal with the
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gibson comes in for Mahinmi, and Jones subbed in for Brooks. The Heat also with a sub. Goran Dragic is checked in for Wayne Ellington. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
Johnson with it. Now defended by Muhammad. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul. Trent, the NBA has a new CBA, a collective bargaining agreement. How big a win is this for everyone involved?
I don't think the league has been in a better situation than it is right now, Kevin. And for the fact that labor discussions all took place behind closed doors without anything sneaking out underneath them, I think it was great for the league. It's been great for Adam Silver. It's been great for the Players Association. So it's nice to see the train keep rolling.
No good from Gibson.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Dragic.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Stolen by Waiters. Out to the right wing. Right side, Dragic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You wonder if all the injuries last year allowed Goran Dragic the opportunity to return to some of his early form that we saw in Phoenix. Open court style of play, playing with speed and pace and some room to create. What a recovery year it was for him.
And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. And here are the Heat. They're on a 12-4 run. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jang. Here's Muhammad. That one doesn't go. Good D by Johnson. And last season, Dragic did step up to a larger role for his offense. Brenny took more shots and played more minutes.
Well, I think stylistically, because Dwayne Wade wasn't with the Miami Heat, and what it was that happened with that incredible run they had, the floor was open, the space was available, and Dragic ended up becoming a much more effective offensive weapon.
And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Crawford kicks to Gibson. Buries it down low. Gibson's got 26 points.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Knocked away. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it for the finish. And finished off by Jang.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
Dragic kicks to Mickey. Back to Dragic. Over Jones. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Dragic has got 11 points here in just the second half. Jones dishes to Jang. Johnson over to help. Back to Jones. Jang with the ball. Working on Mickey. Jang, no luck.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Winslow's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 8. Jang, the pass to Muhammad. Mickey grabs the board. Mickey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dragic with it. Jones covering. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Muhammad with the steal. Here's Jang, and finished off by Jang.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
A terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
The pass to Mickey. Baseline try. No good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Muhammad.
Powerful. I mean, I'm amazed there's still glass in that backboard.
Greg, look at the bench. The entire bench out of their seats.
Well, that's their guy right there, Kevin, taking down the house.
Mickey passes to Dragic. Feet out and he hits it. Dragic has got 23 points.
You got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
Gibson. And he banks in the layup.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Johnson wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Jang. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Minnesota. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jamal Crawford. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. The Heat trail by 12. Outside Dragic. There's the feed to Winslow. There's a good screen. Off the screen, and the layup is good.
Pretty good pace on the pick and roll there from Winslow, jumping all over the defense when they give him the room to operate.
Higgins outside. The dish to Gibson. Inside. Here's Butler. It's good. To that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Dragic against Jones. 13 feet away. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Jang dishes to Butler. Kicks it out to Gibson. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trail by 10. Knocked loose. Passes it to Adebayo. Mickey kicks to Winslow. Pass to Mickey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit from 12. Timberwolves leading by 10. And slam dunk by Butler.
You gotta admire Butler. I mean, when he's got space to rise up for the finish, he does not hesitate.
And the Heat call time here.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it's half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
And Wiggins, his young career, just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that two-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Corky Jang.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Adebayo. Here's Waiters, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Waiters got 22.
Well, he is an offensive weapon, especially when Waiters gets locked in the catch-and-shoot game.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. White, he's checked in for Udonis Haslem. The Heat trail by 10. Outside Dragic. to the middle. Here's Jang, kicks to Gibson, shoots over Winslow. No good from Gibson. Not a lot of time left in this one for the Heat. Dragic with it. Jones covering. No good from Dragic. Here's Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jones, no luck.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Dragic the pass to Waiters. Shot from 12. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Butler. Jones dishes to Gibson. The kick outside to Butler. There's a good screen. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Butler's got 7 points for the quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Timberwolves.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
With the putback. It's good on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Banked in off the glass. And that's now 30 points for Taj Gibson.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
And it's White missing. And Minnesota has possession. 13-point lead. And here's Jones. He dishes it to Jang. 13 feet away. Misses. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Bear.